Daylight, my MVVs, welcome. Ooni of Ife is only marrying you for your new position. Did he not reject you the last time? Commissioner in Canada, my Igbi and Blublo raise hell on Peju as we are hearing what is going on. Now, whether this information is true or not, I do not know, but this happens to be the rumor that is making the rounds on social media. Now, we are still on the issue of Peju. Peju is the one that is reigning right now in the palace of the Ooni of Ife because it does seem as if Ooni is completely focused on this woman right now. I told you people that, look, we got a report that this woman was given an appointment recently, that she was made a commissioner of trade in Toronto, Canada. That is in Vanuatu, Toronto, Canada. And this appointment came in May 2024. Now, a lot of people are saying that it is due to this appointment that Ooni of Ife is really, really interested in this woman right now, because you want to agree with me that that is some position right there. If you know what has been going on last year or 2 years ago, we heard there was this rumor that was making the rounds on social media about this woman, that the Ooni of Ife was going to get married to this woman. But at the end of the day, you know, we never heard anything that said after some discovery, the man decided to let go of that proposition. But a week ago, the Ooni of Ife made an announcement that he is bringing more wives into the palace. And, you know, the woman celebrated her 50th birthday in a grand style. And Kabiyesi was all there all alone to grace the occasion. And, you know, coming back home to tell Igbi to vacate her apartment to a smaller apartment because he wants to renovate that apartment for somebody. They said he never ever said Peju or called anybody's name, but he wants to renovate that apartment. But right now that we got a report that the Oloris are thinking that he's actually renovating the apartment for Peju because Peju is more befitting of that apartment. It's a duplex that was used as the Yoyoluwa's apartment. After the contamination, they said Igbi moved into that apartment. And Ooni of Ife could care less because at the time he was trying to erect a new building for Olori Naomi. Right now, they said Igbi moved into that apartment. It's a 2-bedroom up and down building. And Kabiyesi is saying, no, Igbi will have to relocate out of that apartment so that he will prepare that apartment and give and renovate the apartment and keep. But a lot of people are thinking he wants to renovate the apartment and keep for Ambassador Peju. And Igbi is saying no. But what is going on right now is that because of the trade that is coming, Igbi is so threatened by Peju, Blublo is so threatened by Peju because of the focus and everything that the Ooni of Ife is giving to the woman right now. They said when she came into the palace, it took other Oloris 4 days to get to talk to the Ooni of Ife because Ooni was very busy. They are writing and, you know, doing all their business stuff. Between you and I, you do know that Ooni of Ife seems to be a man that is relationship oriented. Most of these women that he is with are women he's been there with for the longest of time. And Peju happens to be one of those women. And so they are into businesses and all of that, as I am hearing. On a lighter note, if the information is true, they say for 4 days, Oloris were just kept in abeyance. They couldn't talk. Like Kabiyesi could care less whether they are existing or not. And because of everything that has happened, now, with Kabiyesi asking Igbi to vacate her apartment, Igbi could not take it anymore. Igbi just had to go after Ambassador Peju. Like right there in the palace that Igbi, you know, busted out and said to her, look, Kabiyesi, if Kabiyesi, I don't know what you are doing with Kabiyesi. I don't know what you think you are doing with Kabiyesi, but it's important for you to understand that if Kabiyesi is going to marry you, Kabiyesi will be marrying you because... So as we are hearing, they say Igbi was, you know, blowing brimstone, you know, fire on Peju. Like, who the hell do you think you are? Like, Igbi is not fighting alone, or that this time Igbi is fighting Peju with Blublo. That, look, you need to know that it was the same you that Kabiyesi rejected last year or last 2 years. He said that he wasn't interested again. And so right now, if Kabiyesi is coming and pushing that he wants to be with you, he wants to marry you, now you should know exactly why Kabiyesi is with you. And, people are saying, look at who is talking. Kettle calling pot black. You see, the thing is that when people want to, hurt other people, they do not realize that when the same thing is done to them, they may never be able to take it. The most beautiful part of this is the fact that Olori Naomi is not even there again. And so all of this nonsense that is going on, if the information is true, was something that would have been dragging Naomi backward and backward. Can you imagine this kind of complication and all of that? And so right now, they said Igbi was blowing brimstone on Peju, right there in the palace of the Ooni of Ife, that, look, you have no right to come here. First of all, they got very, very offended that Kabiyesi asked, that they go back and drop them. The reason happens to be that Peju did not want Kabiyesi to come with them to her birthday, and Kabiyesi agreed to go back and drop them. That was very, very embarrassing, and it made them very unhappy, because the last time anybody checked, these women are all doing their own thing and doing okay, so birthday shouldn't be their problem. But they said they were very, very upset. Like, they felt really, really offended that Peju did that. And another thing again, the fact that for the period of time that she was in the palace, Kabiyesi refused to see any one of them, refused to speak to any one of them. Like, it was like Kabiyesi was also busy the entire day, entire time with Peju. They were doing whatever they were doing, their businesses or whatever, but other Oloris did not matter. A reason that made Oletik to cry so much, even if he cried. We heard that the only person that didn't cry there was Gospel. Gospel, her own, yes, she could care less. She'd just be going up and down, and Blublo. They said Igbi even cried because of the way she was treated. You see, all of these women, they came with their position. The other one, the convener of London Fashion Week, African Fashion Week. Kabiyesi has seen somebody who is an ambassador. Yes, so Commissioner of Trade in Toronto, Canada. You see, this might just be bigger than everything that they have. And I tell you, even if Kabiyesi end up with Ambassador Peju, tomorrow he will see somebody who is a Minister of Trade in Canada, bigger than Peju. And the same cane that they used to beat Peju is the same cane they are going to use to, flog. The same cane that they are using to beat the Igbi now will be the same thing that then go use and take big Peju too. That's how life is. And that is why when you're dishing something that is hurtful to another person, you need to get to a point where you understand that when that, what goes around comes around is going to come back to you. They say she is blowing brimstone on Peju that, look, the reason why Kabiyesi is even considering you now is because of your position, and that she's very hot with the way things are. So if that is the truth, this is what we are hearing. I'm going to bring you more update. I appreciate you guys so much. Thank you. Do not forget, these are all alleged, rumored, and speculated information making the rounds on social media.